plays Joe, the dim-witted electrician on NBC's News Radio. Please welcome Joe Rogan. How are you? Thanks for coming on.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, first of all, a question I got to ask is about News Radio. People are saying, is this show going to be here next year? Is it going to go away? Have they told you anything yet?
No, they haven't told us anything. We find out in about a week, supposedly. But tonight's the finale. Well,
Yeah.
it was the finale.
Excited about that?
Yeah, it's a really funny one. We did a Titanic episode.
But it takes place in a radio station. How do you
Not
do
really.
that?
We kind of did what if. You know, News Radio wasn't a radio station, but a luxury cruise liner. So it's pretty fun.
You shameless bastard.
I had nothing to do with it.
Okay. I want to ask you about, I'm looking at the plug, the thing that you're here to promote tonight, besides News Radio. It says the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And I'm curious about that, because you're an actor on a sitcom. Are you fighting in an Ultimate Fighting Championship?
No, I just interview the fighters.
And that's something you do regularly? Because you're a fighter yourself, aren't you?
Well, I was, at one point in time. Now I'm just a participant in the, just interview the dudes.
Right.
It's fun, man. It's a freak show. It's wild. It's great.
Because Ultimate Fighting, explain this to people that don't know. Ultimate Fighting, you can do whatever you want.
Not anymore. No, it's not exactly that way. What Ultimate Fighting is it's in a cage. It's in an octagon. And it's like a combination of boxing and wrestling.
The minute you say it's in a cage, you lose people's respect.
Well, why? That way you can't get away. That's the whole purpose of it.
Okay, all right.
It's like, they're great athletes. I mean, they have like Olympic gold medalists and world jiu-jitsu champions and boxers, and it's all just like a combination of, martial arts has always been like, there's always been questions in the martial arts, like what if a karate guy fought a judo guy, and what the Ultimate Fighting Championship did is say, let's find out, and they threw them all together. It's great.
So it gets pretty intense. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm like a stimulation freak. I love like driving fast and watching crazy stuff and just things like that. To me, it's very exciting. It's like and there's some of the most intelligent guys you ever want to meet. You would think that these guys would be like a little dim-witted. They've been knocked around, but they're not. They're really, really bright guys. It's very technical.
Well, anyone who gets into a cage for a living, you start questioning, right away. That just happens naturally. I'm sure they're intelligent, though.
It depends on how much money you get to get into the cage.
Oh, yeah, I'd get in the cage if they paid me.
How much would you have to...
Not much. I'd just want to be in the cage. I'd be excited. I would be intrigued to be in the cage. I wouldn't want to fight anybody. I'd want to just sort of referee or something. But I'd be in the cage.
Touch them and stuff?
Yeah, just
look around.
You can't hit me. Oh, man. Now, what do you like? Because you said you really love watching action. Are you very critical when you go and see a movie, like a Steven Seagal movie? Are you someone...
all those movies freak me out. I hate those movies.
You wouldn't be in a Steven Seagal movie? If they
I would do gay porn before I would do a Steven Seagal movie. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Now, are you cheering because you want to see me do gay porn? Are you cheering? You freaks. I know what this is doing.
Well, wait,
I hate those movies. They're all horrible. They give a really bad, it's a really bad portrayal of martial artists. Like guys get kicked and they just get a little cut on their eyebrow and look kind of sexy. They're horrible, bad movies. Where dudes like fight at the drop of a hat. There's always like, Steven Seagal like gets down on his hands and knees in front of like a big group of thugs. Goes, come to me, come on. And they're like, oh no, not you. You got the ponytail and the girdle. Oh. It's hysterical. They're horrible movies. It's really bad.
Well, the fight sequences, because they always have him taking on like 50 guys.
Right. They do the retard wagon train thing where he gets in the center and they all surround him and come one at a time. And then he gets the next guy. They're horrible.
But you do think if they all came in at once,
it would be a problem.
You
grab the ponytail.
I love that understatement. It would be a problem.
It would probably be a problem. I think anything would be a problem.
Well, what's the most realistic of the fight movies, as far as you're concerned?
Well, there's movies where people fight and they get knocked out. Those are the realistic ones.
Right.
Because when people fight and they get hit, you get hurt.
I think one of the problems is that people see those movies and they think that if a situation arises in a bar, that it's going to be kind of like one of those movies, where a real fight, and I've never been in one.
People are like screaming and trying to get away, and drinks are flying. It's not that fun. I haven't been in a real fight since I was a kid. They're stupid. But at least, like the Ultimate Fighting Championship, you got a referee, and if it gets out of hand, it's very safe. I mean, no one in all the... What's up? I mean, people die every day in race car driving. They die boxing every year. No one has died in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship ever. You know?
Right.
And they're very safe.
Does it ever degenerate? I mean, where people are just kind of slapping each other?
No.
It never does because...
No.
Never?
No.
All right, because I would just think when you can use so many different styles, you can box, you can do jujitsu.
It's tough to do that slapping while a dude is choking you into unconsciousness. You tend to lose the...
That's right, you're allowed to choke. You're allowed to choke in this sport.
Well, you're not allowed to, like, grab like this. You choke with, like, technique. Like, there's, like, jujitsu technique. Seriously.
I think of just choking as cartoon.
You can't really just... you can easily stop a guy from choking you like that. It's
but if
when
someone gets behind you and they put you in some kind of thing where you gradually go to sleep.
Right. But it's safer because if you're in, like, a lot of trouble, you can tap out. What's called... you submit. Like, if you get in a lot of trouble, you just tap, and the referee stops it immediately.
But I would pass out before I could get my hand up to tap out. That would be the problem.
That would be like,
the guy would keep me there. Yeah. That's me. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, I would get into a big cartoon Three Stooges bed. The Ultimate Fighting Championship this Friday on pay-per-view.
If you can get it, they have a huge problem with censorship. You know, a lot of the cable companies are keeping it from being aired because, you know, the image, you know, fighting in a cage. Everybody goes, well, what are you, crazy? You know, what is that? It's human cockfighting, but it's not, you know.
Right.
They're really skilled fighters.
You know what they should do? They should...
As in rooster.
Yes. You don't have to... Please, you're...
You little kid. Beavis and Butthead are in the crowd. What happened?
They should dress up the cage to make it look innocent, and then it would be accepted. Make it look like a little house, you know?
Nice.
They should. They should put, like, little shutters on the cage and, like, little potted plants and a tweeting bird sound.
Go in with pillows where they decide to hold on to them through the whole fight.
And just do the same thing. Anyway, that appears regularly at the, you appear regularly at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I do.
Very cool. Joe, thanks very much for coming by.
Well, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, everybody. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with Ray Davies.